There we go. Hi. Hello, everybody. Hi, Rick. I promised you I was gonna do a little Spanish theme day. I have to admit I'm putting on little Gypsy Kings to get everyone in the mood, even though I believe they're not Spanish. If anyone knows, is it true the Gypsy Kings are not actually Spanish? I think they might be French. So if you know the answer, drop it in the comments. It's still great music. I don't even mind. Puts me in that like Spanish frame of mind. Hi everyone. Welcome to our tapas party with Poema. Okay, confirmed they are French, but they still give me that amazing Spanish vibe, so. Oh my gosh. We have 2 awesome cavas to taste through today. Can't wait to sip through these with you guys and just catch up and hang out and have fun. I'm gonna show you some delicious, like easy tapas dishes that I made right from items in my pantry that are really, really easy and simple. All right, so I think we can go ahead and get going here. If you are all joining today, let me know where you're at. Where are you from? Are you quarantining? And where you're located. I love to see that. There we go. Hola. So I am still here in Tucson, Arizona. I am quarantined with my sister, and my parents live down the street. I've been able to see them a little bit. Oh my gosh, Brazil in the house, Brazil. I love it. Amazing. So thanks all for joining me today. Last week we had a really fun Prosecco tasting, and that was fantastic with the DOC. However, I can't even believe the amount of messages I got after saying, can we please do the same for Cava? And so I said, of course. I actually already had it in the works. You guys know me. I love my Cava. I have a huge love for Spanish culture, and especially the food. And so I thought what would be fun today is not only taste through 2 different wonderful cavas from Poema, but also show you some really delicious snacks that you can make with just pantry staples that you have. So the first one, I guess we should kick this off. So chin chin, everyone. Cheers. Amazing. So we are starting with the Poema Brut. The label is so beautiful. I love how it has a little sheen to it. This is a method traditional wine, so all cava. We can just do a really quick 101, is a sparkling wine from Spain. And cava is all made in the classic method, traditional method. Oh, hi Pinot and Chill. Cheers. Hi Janet. So cava always made in the traditional method with a double fermentation, first fermenting a base wine and then doing a second fermentation right inside the bottle to create those really beautiful bubbles and that very pleasant fizziness. So cava, same method that they are using in Champagne in France. It's probably the most famous place in the world where they're making this type of method of sparkling wine. But you're also seeing it in Trento Doc and Franciacorta and traditional method sparkling wines from here in the US. I would love to know, Cremant is another one that does this method traditional. So if you all have a cava in front of you right now, I would love for you to throw me a little heart, just the heart at the bottom of the screen. Let me see you. And if you don't have cava, I forgive you, but pop a bottle of bubbles, whatever you have in your fridge, because we have made it through another week and I am very proud of us. I think this is week 7. think I'm losing track of days, hours. I think a lot of us are, but we made it through the week. So again, cheers everyone. So kava comes in many different styles, but the two we have today are Brut and extra dry. And similar to other sparkling wines, those terms are kind of denoting how much sugar has been added to the wine, kind of flesh out the flavors and build up the texture a little bit. So Brut style wines have up to 12 grams of sugar added per liter. This one that I'm drinking from Poema right now has about 5 grams, so really low in sugar. You're bringing out this really crisp and fresh profile, lots of citrus, lots of green apple, really, really refreshing. And we'll move on to the extra dry style after this, which has a slight tad more sugar than the Brut. Cava is made, there's a lot of places in Spain you can make cava, but sort of the main area is called Penedès, and what's really fun is that if you're visiting Barcelona, you can take a quick day trip out to wine country and go and visit some of these wonderful sparkling wine houses where these incredible caves, and you can tour a lot of these places and see where they have their incredible riddling racks where they're riddling the wine. These, entry-level like Brut style cavas from the DO usually get about 9 months of aging on the lees before they're disgorged. So again, you're getting like some really good complexity there. And also just talking for a second about grape varieties that are going into these wines. You have kind of a lot of indigenous Spanish grapes. So you have Macabeo, Parellada, and Xarel-lo, and then also Chardonnay, sometimes Pinot Noir, and that is for the Brut styles. You can also find Cava Rosé, and those can use Garnacha or Monastrell, along with Pinot Noir to give that beautiful, pink tone. And if anyone knows, Monastrell goes by a couple other names throughout the wine world. So drop me in the comments if you know Monastrell goes by a couple different names. So let me know if you know. This is a knowledgeable crowd, so I'm sure someone's gonna pop in with the answer to that. But I love Spanish food. Hi Lon, good to see you, friend. Yes, I knew that my friend Rick, the Spanish wine guy, would come through. It is also known as Mourvèdre, Monastrell, and then there's a third name, which is Mataro. And you see a lot of like the old wineries in California, you'll see them using Mataro, and that is Mourvèdre or Monastrell. Rick has a fabulous education program, and he's at the Spanish Wine Guy. So make sure you follow him, learn more if you want to learn more about, all of the diversity of Spanish wine. He is your guy. I'm so glad you're here, Rick. So I'm talking about food pairings. Spanish food has my heart, and I love, love, love tapas and just kind of the casual, convivial nature of eating in that style. And so I have pulled some things from my pantry and done my best approximation of what you might see if you pop into like a tapas bar in Barcelona somewhere. So I have for you guys a free downloadable PDF that you can grab and even print out if you like, that has the recipes for the dishes that I'm showing off today, and it also has the information about the wine. So you can click on the link in my profile, or also it's in my stories with a swipe up. So if you want to learn how to make these at home, I highly encourage you to grab that download, just making it really easy for everybody. So the first snack I wanted to show off, if you're all just joining me now, I am sommelier Sarah Tracey, and we're having a tapas party with amazing cavas from Poema. So starting with the Poema Brut, and I guess the first snack I can show off was something I fell in love with when I was actually in San Sebastian, which is in the Basque country. But this is something called a pincho. And pinchos are like, you know, little Basque like bites of deliciousness. And this one is called Gilda. You guys can see, it's really fun. You can make, I made a little like dish of these. And it's fun to set out if you're ever allowed to have people over, or if you just want to entertain yourself with some delicious snacks. So to make the Gilda, you really just need 4 ingredients. You need anchovies, which are everywhere in Spain. I happen to love them, so that makes me really happy. Pickled peppers, olives, and then a little bit of olive oil. Gilda, the name of this, is actually named after the movie Gilda starring Rita Hayworth. And apparently, since the Gilda pincho is salty and spicy, and I guess her character was also salty and spicy, they named this snack after her character in the movie, which I think is like so brilliant. But it's spicy, it's salty, it's briny, it's super flavorful, really delicious. And again, you sort of weave your anchovy around your pickled peppers, and then you top it off with a green olive, and then I just put them in a little dish and I covered them with olive oil. And so they're a very classic Spanish snack and they're really yummy. So I'm gonna pop this one. You also have to eat it all in one bite. It's the other big tradition of the Gilda pincho. So one bite wonder over here. Took like 2 minutes to make the whole dish of them, but they're really fun and delicious. So here we go, one bite, let's do this. My peppers are really spicy, wow. Woo. So nice with a little cava to wash it down. I still have not fully mastered the art of eating gracefully on IG Live, so if anyone has tips for that, please, by all means, let me know how you pull this off in a more graceful way. Okay, so next up, my next little Spanish pantry snack, I, of course, went for just our classic cheese and cured meat selection. So I picked up some manchego cheese, which is a cow's milk cheese from Spain. It is really easy to find in the US. I think like our local Safeway had plenty of it. So you can get your manchego. If you've been to Spain, you know what a big deal jamon is. So I couldn't find jamon iberico, which is the real deal stuff, which is just incredible. But instead, I cheated a little bit and got some prosciutto. But again, we are working with what we have, and that's not a bad thing. So our jamon, if you go to Madrid, there's actually a place called the Museo de Jamon. It's like a ham museum. It's like one of the most incredible sights to see. So definitely put that on your list if you are headed to Madrid at some point. And then of course we just have some wonderful Spanish chorizo. So this is a perfect example of, you know, something easy that, you know, cured meats, a little bit of cheese, just slice them, put them out with your cava. This is like a fabulous cava party for one right now. Hannah says it looks amazing. Thanks, girl. Hi, Marilyn. Oh, wow, we have a lot of fun friends joining our tapas party today. So I am sipping the Poema Brut, and I've made, guys, I might just eat the whole thing. If anyone is like me and sometimes you just are in the mood to skip dinner and only eat cheese and meat plates like by yourself, please let me know in the comments that I'm not the only one that does that. But it's one of my favorite like treats, is just to have a night on the couch with a little plate like this, and I probably will eat this for dinner tonight all by myself. So a couple of you are joining the meat and cheese dinner club. Then you just have to eat like a lot of salad the other days. Shelly, yes. All right, so I think I want to maybe move on to our extra dry kava. And if you're just joining us now, we started with the Poema Brut, which has, less than 12 grams per liter of residual sugar added to the wine. The extra dry has like 12 to 17 grams in that range. So usually extra dry might be a little counterintuitive, but extra dry is sweeter than the Brut style. Again, this doesn't always express itself as sweetness. Sometimes it just gives more texture, maybe a rounder mouthfeel, maybe a little bit more ripeness to the wine. So it's not uncommon to see extra dry, just bringing it a little more richness. And these bottles, I should also mention, are gonna set you back anywhere from like $12 to $15. So they're a really wonderful, affordable luxury when you just need a little bit of bubbly deliciousness in your day. So I'm seeing these beautiful bubbles here. I'm already getting slightly more ripe quality from this wine. Bubbles are very, very persistent, which for me is always fun. You know, if I'm having a bubbly wine, I want it to be like that really like vibrant, lively mousse just fizzing around my tongue. It's doing a nice job of like cleaning off my palate from our briny, rich Gilda Pincho that we just had. Really, really beautiful. I really wish I was, at a cafe on the beach in Barcelona right now enjoying this, but I feel like this is helping me transport myself there. Anyone joining our live have a preference between Brut and extra dry? Let us know. I'm curious if you have, a normal go-to. Which one is more popular with our viewers today? Brut or extra dry? Let me know. All right, so the next tapas Spanish treat I want to show you is, again, something I hadn't had a lot in the US, but when I went to Spain, I discovered this delicacy, which is something called conserves. They are tinned fish. So I have an anchovy conserves like this. And what it was actually, these were already cured and they were already seasoned with a little bit of olive oil and a little bit of, good kind of Mediterranean seasonings, but I added a little bit of lemon juice to it. And one thing that is really fun with this is in Spain, you'll see them honestly eating them out of the can like this. So even if you go to a tapas bar or restaurant and you order the conserves, they'll bring it like that. And not uncommon to see like octopus, clams, mussels, as well as sardines, all kind of joining the conserves party. You could go to a Spanish market and just see like an entire wall of different brands and different varieties of conserves, and they're so, so yummy. But what I love to do is to take a potato chip and kind of top it with a little bit of the conserves, again dressed in olive oil and lemon and some spices, and just pop that. So, so good, Marilyn. Yes, I know you understand like how great these are, and you could just eat them, with a fork or put them on a piece of toast, but I love them on a potato chip. And you see potato chips everywhere throughout the tapas bars and cafes in Spain. Lots of potato chips, which makes me a happy girl. I love sparkling wine and potato chips, and then you add like a little bit of tinned fish to the game, and it is just like heavenly. So here we go. Cheers, everyone. Happy Friday. Shout outs to my best friend Rachel, who just joined. Hi, Rachie. Rachel is an essential worker. She works at a hospital, so she's been on maternity leave, but this was her first week back at work. And Rachel, I'm so proud of you. I know you are killing it when you're putting, just doing such a great thing by just living your life and being a wonderful mom and an amazing friend and a wonderful essential worker. So love you, Rach. I think that extra dry paired with the marinated sardines and that potato chip, that like really good crunchy saltiness is really offset nicely with the extra dry Prosecco's, or extra dry cava. What am I talking about? Extra dry cava. It's been a long week, everybody. Hi, Eduardo. Lots of friends coming on. And then the final snack I wanted to show you today is a little hands-on, like DIY action, really fun to make, and I'm gonna show you my take on pan con tomate. And when you go to tapas bars, this is a really popular dish, and it's really simple, but I think the beauty is in the simplicity with this one. So first thing I'm gonna do is take a piece of toasted bread, and all I did was drizzle this with a little olive oil and toasted it up in the oven so it's nice and crunchy. And then the next step is you're going to take a whole clove of garlic and slice it open like that. And I'm just going to rub the garlic onto toast. So this is going to give us that really spicy, like zesty garlic flavor infused into the toast. Yes, smells awesome. And then you got to take a tomato. This is a half tomato. I cut it open, and this is where it gets really fun. When you go to Spain, they'll often just give you like a bowl of tomatoes and a bowl of garlic cloves and a couple pieces of toast and let you go to town with this. So fun times. I'm just gonna kind of squeeze it and rub the tomato like guts basically onto the bread. Oh yeah, completely delicious. So I have that good like tomato infusing here. And then you want to drizzle a little more olive oil. And finally, take some flaky sea salt and just top your pan con tomate with your salt. And you have a really, really easy but totally satisfying and delicious snack. You see this even for breakfast a lot in Spain. This is definitely my kind of breakfast. Cheers, everybody. Here we go. The garlic is really giving so much flavor. It's amazing. You just rub it for a little hot second and all of a sudden you have this garlicky symphony of flavor in your mouth. So good. And again with a little more of our extra dry. Poema is nice because it's pretty available. Your local wine shop might have it. I've definitely seen it online, wine.com. If you don't have a local wine shop that you like to order from or that can do a delivery for you, you could get some bottles of this. And honestly, this is probably one of my top 5 cava producers that I've tasted throughout my career. I absolutely love Poema. They make a wonderful Brut rosé as well. So I definitely recommend that you give that a try. Yes. Does anyone have any questions, any observations? You can tell me what you're drinking. You can tell me what your favorite Spanish tapas dishes are. I think we have a lot of people that like the bravas potatoes. Those are really amazing. Lots of jamon fans. But for you, feel free to share your favorite tapas dish with the group. I personally cannot wait to get back to Spain someday soon. As soon as we're all able to travel again, Spain is high on my list, and I love to go, to visit some of these producers in Penedès and enjoy all these amazing cava bottlings. So again, we had today our Poema Brut, and we had our Poema Extra Dry. Yeah, Rick is voting for jamon iberico. Rick and I have enjoyed many plates of jamon together. Have to tell you, that's one of my favorites as well. Everyone loved when I posted in my feed the other day the photo of me drinking the cava out of the porron. If I had a porron here, I would attempt that today, but that's also just such a fun tradition that you see in Spain, and drinking cava out of the porron is like absolutely so much fun and very unique to the Spanish culture for sure. Marilyn, I love everything and I cannot decide. I hear you, girl. I love that. I love some gambas. I love I have a lot of favorite tapas dishes, but I think I did a pretty good job today pulling all of this out of my pantry. So again, before I leave you all to go on with your weekend, I will give you a quick recap of all of the dishes and wines that we tasted. And remember, you can go to the link in my profile or to my stories where you can swipe up and you can get a tasting sheet from today that has all the wine information, all of the recipes, and like a step-by-step guide to how to create some of these dishes if you want to throw yourself a little tapas party for one or two, or for your small group that you might be quarantined with. So we had the Gilda Pincho. Yum, yum, and yum. Then I made our jamon and manchego and chorizo little cheese and meat plate. We had our conserves. These are sardines with lemon, olive oil, some Mediterranean seasonings and spices. Of course, eaten on top of a potato chip. And then finally, our pan con tomate with our toasted bread, garlic, tomato, olive oil, and sea salt. And absolutely, of course, a huge thank you to Poema for sending me these awesome wines. So the Brut is what we did first, and the Extra Dry, a little riper and a little richer just after that, definitely making me feel like I am on the beach in Barcelona, which is just amazing right now. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. I hope you're staying safe at home, drinking some amazing wine, trying some beautiful cava. I will make this available in my stories for 24 hours, so you'll get to watch the replay if you need a little bit more inspiration. And I hope you all enjoy your weekend. Great seeing you all. I'll see you next week. Be safe.